So there's been a lot of reports and a lot of talk and noise about increasing diversity and opening up the legal profession and so on. And I suppose I'm interested in your thoughts on that. Is it just noise? Do you perceive real change? Is it something that bothers you, or is it? I'm guessing, Monica, as you're the head of welfare and diversity and inclusion, it probably is a concern for you. But yeah, just to get some sort of ideas on that, really.
I feel like there needs to be a distinction made between it just being a buzzword and diversity just kind of being a token, where it makes it look like organizations and law firms really care about this type of cause. When you look at like their organization structure or their boards, or even simply as even something as simple as like me going to like an LPS meeting as a rep, and I look around and I don't see people of color. There was one professor I saw that was a minority and everybody else was Caucasian. Like the fact that like my program and like my law school is run by primarily Caucasian men, like that really struck me when I came here, because coming from Vancouver and looking at like the university that I was at, it definitely was a lot more diverse, even though our like president was like a Caucasian male. At least when I looked at the department level, like there were people of power who were minority, who identified as like non-binary, or like were part of different diverse populations. And that's something that was like really encouraged, and it wasn't really seen as like a token piece, where I feel like in some organizations like on this side of the pond, like it is. And it's not something that you can just easily fix. Like you can't, like, and I also like don't know how to fix that, because I feel like if you're gonna make real change, like it's not gonna happen overnight. And it's gonna be a process. I just don't really know how to do that.
I think building on what Monica has just said, I was disappointed that there weren't enough BAME events. I don't like the word BAME, but there weren't enough events that included us. I want to see more things that are geared towards my future and other people's future. In first year, BAL, Socky Bully, organised some really great events on women in law, and also women in law, but there were lots of different, they all had like differences. So ethnic minority, some were disabled, some come from, like there was one, I think she was a barrister, but she started in the Navy, or she started in it. So it's basically lawyers from non-traditional backgrounds. And these were really, really great events in first year.
I'm a co-chair of the Resolution, which is a membership organisation for family law professionals, mostly lawyers, and there's a lot of work to do. Because, you probably read this already. We read In Black and White, which is the experience of a young black barrister who does actually crime and family law. And she says that she's much more likely to be mistaken for anyone but the barrister. So she's the defendant, she's a clerk, she's a client, but she's never the barrister. But to make it different, a different experience, we have to, like the BBC is saying, we need 30% BAME representation on the screen and behind the screen, and as producers and directors, because actually, unless you put the numbers out there, if you don't see it, you can't be it.